Bravo, bravo, Brother Steve. Tonight, the purpose of life. You just actually got a hint to the whole topic, to the whole answer, the purpose of life. And if you ask a Christian, what is the purpose of life? Many American evangelicals will say something like, it's to worship God. That's what they'll say, that the reason that you were born is for you to worship God. Now, I don't have any problem with that being a part of life, but I'm not so sure that is the purpose of life. I don't think God created a bunch of billions and trillions of humans in order that they walk around and all they do is worship Him. I think that worship is key, and that's the ultimate thing that we incorporate into our existences. But what is the purpose of life? From a biblical standpoint, I tend to like the parables that Jesus told when it comes to returning more than what you've been given, returning on what you've been given, like in the parable of the talents. So I think one of the main biblical purposes of life is to take the gifts and talents that you've been given and to enhance them and use them in a purposeful way, the way you were created. I think that God, He made us uniquely and wonderfully in our mother's wombs, and we have been given opportunities to learn skills and have some propensities towards certain talents. And I think being able to express those, no matter what they are, no matter how small or large they seem to be, that doesn't seem to be the thing that matters. I don't think Steve Jobs is of more value than a person who sits on the corner and does nothing but sell pencils. I don't think that God sees it that way. I think if the man sitting on the corner is supposed to sell pencils, then he has fulfilled what he's supposed to do. The difficulty with it seems to be, how do you discover what your purpose is? And people ask me that quite a bit as a pastor, how do I know what I should do with my life? I've heard that a lot, especially from younger people. And I always tell them, you kind of do the thing that you're inclined to do the thing that you love to do the thing that you naturally are interested in doing, and don't do something you're not meant to do. For instance, if you're not meant to be a pastor, don't become a pastor. If you're not meant to be a full-time missionary out on the street, don't do it. Just because that seems like it's the ultimate thing to do, that's not really God. He created all of us to function in different ways. So I'm so grateful that there's men and women who have given the propensities for science and hard sciences and all the things that benefit us. I'm grateful I have a washing machine, and for the inventors who do that. I think all of those things work together for us. So the challenge for you as a Christian on ChristiAnarchy Today is to think, what is your purpose? What has God led you toward? What do you feel like you are equipped to do? And pursue that, because in a large part, I think that's the purpose of life. Along the way, if you're worshiping the true and living God, that's the ultimate expression that we can give God in our life. But I think that right up close to the top is to make sure you're doing what you were made to do. Consider that. Out.